Today, we're breaking down the 6 things your cat has been waiting for you to do. And I promise you, at least one of them is going to make you feel a little guilty. Let's start. Point 1. Create a vertical territory. Think about how your cat moves through your home. They don't just walk on the floor like you do. They're constantly looking up, climbing, testing surfaces. But here's what most owners do. They see their cat on top of the refrigerator, on the bookshelf, on the curtain rod, and they immediately react with frustration. They pull the cat down. They block access. They treat it like bad behavior. But what's actually happening is your cat is trying to tell you something critical about how they experience safety. In the wild, height equals survival. A cat in the trees can see predators coming from a distance. They have escape routes. They have control over their territory. That instinct doesn't disappear just because your cat lives in your apartment. It gets stronger. A study from the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science measured stress hormones in cats with and without access to vertical spaces. The results were dramatic. Cats with high places showed cortisol levels that were significantly lower. Cats without them? Their stress markers stayed elevated throughout the day. But here's the thing most owners miss. Your cat isn't climbing because they're being difficult. They're climbing because they're desperately trying to feel safe in a space where you've made that nearly impossible. Think about where your cat goes when they're scared or overwhelmed. If the answer is under the bed or behind the couch, that's telling you something important. Your cat is hiding low because you never gave them the option to feel secure up high. The solution isn't complicated. A wall-mounted shelf, a cat tree positioned near a window. Even just clearing off the top of a bookcase and placing a soft blanket there can completely shift your cat's emotional state. When your cat has a high place they can call their own, something changes. They stop hiding. They start watching. And that shift from hiding to watching is the exact moment your cat begins to feel like your home is also theirs. Point 2. Respect their boundaries on touch. This one hits different because it's something you've probably been doing every single day without realizing the impact. Picture this. Your cat is sitting peacefully on the couch. You walk by. Without thinking, you reach down and pet them. Maybe they accept it. Maybe they flinch. Maybe they walk away. Most owners shrug it off and move on. But your cat just communicated something important, and you missed it. Here's what's happening on a neurological level. Every single time you reach out and touch your cat without them initiating it, you're making a withdrawal from a trust account you didn't know existed. 1 or 2 times? No problem. But dozens of times a day, week after week, month after month, that account runs dry. Cats are different from dogs in this way. Dogs are pack animals. They're wired to accept affection from their pack members pretty freely. Cats are solitary hunters. They need to maintain control over their personal space. And when you take that control away, even with good intentions, you're creating a subtle but constant stress. A research team from the University of Lincoln studied the relationship between cats and their owners. They found something fascinating. Cats who had complete control over when and how they were touched showed significantly stronger bonds with their owners than cats who were petted freely throughout the day. The cats who could say no were the ones who said yes more often. So what does asking for affection actually look like? It's the head nudge against your hand. It's the slow walk toward you with their tails straight up. It's the moment they curl into your lap without being placed there. Those are invitations. Everything else is you deciding for them. The hardest part of this is doing nothing. Letting your cat walk past you without reaching down. Sitting on the couch and keeping your hands still even though every instinct tells you to reach out. It feels unnatural. It feels like you're being cold to your cat. But the moment you stop reaching and start waiting, something shifts. Your cat starts coming to you more, not because you trained them to, but because you finally became someone who felt safe to approach. Point 3. Lower yourself to their level. When was the last time you actually sat on the floor next to your cat? Not to grab them, not to clean something, just to exist in their space. Most owners never think about this, but your cat spends their entire life looking up at you. You're this massive figure that moves fast, makes loud noises, and towers over them every single moment of every single day. From their perspective, you're unpredictable. And unpredictable things don't feel safe. But something fascinating happens when you lower yourself to their level. Researchers in animal behavior have documented that cats interpret body height as a signal of threat or dominance. The smaller you make yourself, the less intimidating you become. It's not about being weak, it's about being approachable. Try this experiment. Next time your cat is lounging in the living room, just sit on the floor a few feet away from them. Don't call them over. Don't reach out. Just exist in their space at their height. Watch what happens. Most cats will look at you differently almost immediately. Some will slowly walk over. Others will just relax deeper into wherever they're lying, because for the first time, you're not something they need to monitor. You're not a potential threat. You're just another creature sharing their space. This is especially powerful for cats who are shy, anxious, or new to your home. You can spend months trying to earn their trust with treats and toys, or you can sit on the floor for 10 minutes and let gravity do the work. Your cat has been waiting for you to come down to their world. Most owners never think to do it. Point 4. Let them sniff first. Do you ever offer your hand before you pet your cat? Or do you just go straight for the head? Be honest, because most owners skip this step every single time, and it's one of the biggest trust breakers in your cat's day. Here's what's happening from your cat's perspective. Their sense of smell is 14 times stronger than yours. Scent is how they read the world. It's how they identify you. It's how they detect your mood. It's how they decide whether this moment feels safe or not. When you skip the sniff and go straight for the pet, you're basically skipping hello and going straight for a hug with someone who wasn't ready. It's jarring, it's invasive, and it happens so fast that your cat doesn't have time to process what's happening. The right way is almost too easy. Before you touch your cat, extend one finger or the back of your hand a few inches from their nose. Let them come to you. Let them take in the information. If they lean in or bump your hand, that's a green light. If they pull back or turn away, that's your answer too. A study published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior found that cats who were allowed to initiate contact through scent investigation first showed fewer signs of stress and aggression during handling. That one small pause before touching completely changes how your cat experiences your hand. Think about how many times a day you reach for your cat. Now imagine every single one of those moments, starting with a 2-second pause. That's all it takes. 2 seconds of patience that tell your cat, I respect you enough to ask first. Point 5. Build a predictable routine. Have you ever noticed your cat waiting by their bowl at the exact same time every day, even without a clock? That's not a coincidence. That's your cat telling you what they need most from you. Cats don't experience time the way we do. They experience patterns. When you feed them at the same hour, play with them at the same moment, and settle into the couch at the same point every night, your cat builds an internal map of their entire day around you. And that map is everything to them. When that map breaks, something inside their sense of safety breaks too. A study published in the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery found that unpredictable environments were one of the leading causes of chronic stress in indoor cats. We're not talking about big disruptions like moving or bringing home a new pet. We're talking about small things. Feeding 30 minutes late. Skipping playtime for a week. Coming home at different hours every night. To you, that's just life. To your cat, the one stable thing in their world just became unreliable. The fix isn't about being robotic. It's about being consistent in the moments that matter. Feed them around the same time. Have a short play session they can count on. Even something as simple as sitting in the same spot when you watch TV at night gives your cat a rhythm they can relax into. Here's what most owners get wrong. They want their cat to be more affectionate, more playful, more trusting. But they never connect that to routine. A cat who doesn't know what's coming next is a cat who's always on guard. And a cat who's always on guard doesn't have the energy to love you the way they want to. Routine is what takes that guard down. Point 6. Talk to them out loud. Do you ever talk to your cat when nobody else is around? Maybe when you're making coffee or walking through the house. If you do, you're not crazy. You're doing the one thing your cat has been waiting for the longest. Here's what most people don't know. Cats don't meow at other cats. Not as adults. Meowing is a language they developed exclusively for communicating with humans. Your cat looked at you and over time created a vocal system designed for one audience. You. A study from Lund University in Sweden found that cats develop unique vocal patterns tailored to their specific owner. That means no other cat on earth sounds the way yours does because no other cat is trying to talk to you. But here's where it gets emotional. Your cat has been speaking this language every single day. At the door when you come home, in the kitchen when you're cooking, at night when they follow you down the hallway. They've been talking. And most owners never talk back. You don't need special words. You don't need a specific tone. Just talk to them the way you talk to someone you share your life with. Tell them about your day. Say good morning when you wake up. Narrate what you're doing while you're cooking dinner. It sounds silly, but research published in Animal Cognition found that cats can recognize their owner's voice and respond differently to it compared to a stranger's voice. They are listening. And they know when you're talking to them. Your cat has been waiting for you to finally understand that they're not just living in your home. They're living with you. And that changes everything. If this video helped you see your cat a little differently, hit like and subscribe to Felitics for more insights into cat psychology and the hidden meanings behind everything your cat does. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.